So many people want the new iPad. You can't even get one when it goes on sale this week.
Just how long you might have to wait and what that means for Apple's bottom line. Ford may have a potential safety issue with some Tauruses, the problem that could affect nearly 360,000 drivers.
The U.S. responds after a U.S. soldier allegedly guns down more than a dozen Afghan civilians.
Kentucky lawmakers are ready to clear the air, taking a major step forward in a statewide smoking ban.
Scammers are dialing in on your cell phone how a simple text message could drain your bank account.
For the first time, the IRS takes a closer look at those who've turned their hobbies into cash online.
Are you ready for high temperatures in the mid-80s? So, it's in the forecast, and I'll talk about when you should expect that coming up next.
And President Obama speaks out about the U.S. soldier being held on suspicion of killing more than a dozen Afghan civilians and the one thing he wants the Pentagon to do.
Buckhead Mountain Grill was destroyed by fire in December. Just when it'll reopen?
It is an iconic brand that's lined the shelves of homes and schools across the country for more than 200 years. Why Britannica says it's no longer printing books.
And the surprise U.S. Defense Secretary Leon Panetta gets during an unannounced trip to Afghanistan.
Republican presidential candidate Rick Santorum has even more of an uphill task after Mitt Romney's sweep of 3 primaries yesterday.
And still more incredible video and picture captures those tornadoes across northern Texas, the one thing that officials say helped save so many lives.
Cooler air is absolutely moving into our area. I've got lows in the 30s now. I'm going to talk about whether this is going to stick around for your Easter egg hunt on Sunday coming up next.
Kentucky is part of a trend it can be proud of.
What it could mean for the state of the economy. The issue keeping a U.S. senator from Indiana from voting in one Indiana location.
He's without a team for now, but the Tennessee Titans just upped the ante. Could this be the next home of Peyton Manning?
The fallout continues in Afghanistan, as many wondering if we've worn out our welcome there.
The latest request from Afghan officials as an American soldier accused of going on a deadly killing spree is sent out of the country.
Well, President Obama just made a move that gives the public a closer look at the financial dealings of government officials.
And I just put them in a bathtub, laid on top of them, put a cover across them, and we just prayed.
There is the same sentiment echoing across northern Texas after more than a dozen tornadoes tore through the area.
And the greatest show on earth makes a grand entrance to announce it's arrived in Louisville. An F-18 fighter jet crashes in Virginia.
A witness describes exactly what happened when he found one of the pilots who ejected safely.
You know, tonight's low temperature in the 30s pretty cold, but that's not the coldest over the next 7 days. I'm going to talk about when we're going to see mid 30s and even possibly some low 30s in Louisville coming up next.